They're stealing your information at the gas pump without you even knowing. How can you protect yourself? Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is the Acting Lab Division Director for the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, Craig VanBuren. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So who is stealing my information exactly and how are they going about doing so?
So these are criminals who have figured out a way to get access to the inside of gas pumps and place a device in there that will steal your credit card information as you swipe it at the pump.
And so if this is a device inside, this is apparently not something that I would ever know was in there. I can't see it. So how can I, as a consumer, in any way protect myself?
That's exactly right. The unfortunate part is the consumer will never know if this device is in there. So what consumers need to do is, if they are using their credit card at the gas pump, they need to regularly check their credit card statements to make sure there's no fraudulent activity.
And if there is there a way to report it to somebody that it perhaps happened at a certain gas station, that type of thing?
Yes, absolutely. We first recommend that they file a police report and then call our office immediately. Then we will get an inspector out to check the inside of the gas pump to look for these devices. So
how prevalent of an issue is this? Is this something that's been going on for years and years, or is this something that's been an issue most recently?
It's very recent. About last August, we started finding these devices, and since that time, we have found 59 devices across Michigan, everywhere from Detroit to Grand Rapids, along the main corridors of 94 and 96.
These are, they're called skimming devices or skimmers?
Correct, credit card skimmers. And what it does is it captures electronically all your information as you swipe your credit card and any information you enter into the keypad. And then what the criminals do is they come back, they pull out that device, download all of your personal information to their computers, and create their own fake credit cards.
So it sounds like it doesn't matter if you're using a debit that has a code that you put in or a credit, because they're getting all of that information as well.
Exactly, they're getting all the information. We would recommend that you not use your debit card at the gas pumps because they will have direct access to your bank account.
Whereas a credit card, typically if you dispute that it's been fraudulent, the credit cards will help take care of that for you.
Exactly. Credit card companies are on top of this and they will notify you fairly quickly.
What, if anything, can gas station owners do, or are they doing? Are some gas stations safer than others? Is there anything to be aware of when deciding where you're going to gas up?
Absolutely. A lot of gas stations have started changing the locks on their gas pumps, so that prevents access to the back of the device. And some others have also started using pressure-sensitive seals, so you can look for a safety seal on the pump itself, and if that has been tampered with, that seal will say void or it will be cut or broken in any way, and we'd recommend that you not use that gas pump.
Are certain gas pumps at gas stations, I mean, is that easy to spot? Am I going to be looking around a gas pump and I'll be able to know where a safety seal is or what it is?
If they are using them, they are easy to spot. However, not everyone uses them. We do recommend that people use interior gas pumps because those gas pumps are less likely to be targeted where the cashier can see the pumps. Mostly we're finding them on the outside of the service station where the cashier does not have direct access to see people getting in and out of the pumps.
That's interesting. And then you said there are a lot of them mostly found along main corridors, which obviously when you got to get gas, you got to get gas. So you can't tell people not to gas up on the side of the road on 23. But if you have an option, maybe the gas station that's closer to your home, that's a little off the freeway, may be a little safer at this point as well?
Right, that's what we're finding. They were finding that the easy access stations are the one they're targeting the most, ones they can get off the highway, install it, get back on the highway, and head down to the next location.
So this has to make your job fun. Do you have folks sort of out and about all the time inspecting and looking for these types of devices?
Yes, all of our weights and measures and motor fuel quality inspectors in their daily routine of inspecting gas pumps are looking for these devices.
And what percentage or how many have you found, or are we on the increase?
We're not necessarily increasing or decreasing. They seem to be steady. We found 59 of them so far, but no rhyme or reason as to when we find them or when we don't.
And I would imagine fairly steep penalties for the criminals. Are you able to find out the culprits?
Yes, our end, we are finding the devices and turning it over to other law enforcement agencies, so we're on the proactive side of it. At the end, the federal government is working. The FBI has indicted several people over in West Michigan.
Well, that's good to know that somebody is getting caught. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information on today's topic, you can visit michigan.gov/MDARD. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Craig VanBuren, the Acting Lab Division Director for the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development.